Right, so I've had a request to do a video about the Detroit Red Wings off-season. So first of all, the main issue with Detroit is Pavel Datsyuk was retiring while he was going over to the KHL to play. So they were stuck with his 1 year, $7.5 million contract. So they pulled a pretty good trade off to get rid of this contract. I was very shocked that they didn't have to give up one of their younger players along with Datsyuk, but so they ended up trading him to Phoenix Coyotes for this. They traded Datsyuk in the 16th pick to Arizona for the 20th pick, the 53rd pick, and Joe Vitale. This was an unbelievable deal because pretty much they're just trading the 16th pick overall for the 20th and 53rd, which they could have done without trading Datsyuk probably. So by adding that contract, they got rid of the $7.5 million. And then after this, for free agency, was kind of questioning because they signed Frans Nielsen to a 6-year deal worth $5.25 million, which is quite a bit for a player that is averaged around 45 to 50 points a year, which is his highest total is 58 points, and I think that was 3 years ago. He's also 32, so he'll be 38 when this contract is done. So it's really concerning when he turns around, like probably 35 to 38. The last 3 years of that deal, it's going to be. Hopefully, he holds up for and is able to produce like he is, even though they should have signed him for around like $4.5 million would be an average salary for him, I think, but they overpaid in free agency. Next, they signed Thomas Vanek to a 1 year, $2.6 million deal. I think this was a great signing for them because last year, in 74 games, he got 18 goals, 23 assists for 41 points, and 2 years ago he got 52 points. So for that amount of points at $2.6 million a year is really good, and even if he doesn't produce with them, it's only a 1 year deal, so they'll be able to get rid of him after that 1 year if he doesn't produce. But if he does produce, maybe they'll re-sign him. And then they do a couple of quite a bit of re-signings. They re-signed Teemu Pulkkinen to a 1 year deal, Luke Glendening to a 4 year deal. I think the highest, I think his average is $1.8 million, which is really good. They signed Philip Hronek to a entry-level contract, so 3 years. They re-signed Mitch Callahan to a 1 year deal. The next big signings that they did was they signed Danny DeKeyser to a 6 year, $5 million a year. It's kind of similar to the contract that Morgan Rielly got, although DeKeyser has only averaged 20 to 30 points, which also Rielly has, but Rielly has a way better ceiling, so this might turn out to be a pretty bad signing for Detroit. No, don't get me wrong, DeKeyser is a pretty good defenseman, but not at $5 million. Maybe $4 million would have been better, and 6 years is good because he'll be 32 when this contract ends. So they're buying pretty much his best years are right now between the ages of 26 and 30 probably. So that might make the deal worthwhile. That's the only good part about the deal. After this, they signed Peter Mrazek, which is their goalie, their starting goalie, I guess. Last year, he played 54 games and a 2.33 goals against average and a .921 save percentage, which is pretty good for a starting goaltender at 2 years for $4 million. The only problem I have with this signing is because they already have Jimmy Howard. This year they're paying both goalies combined $9.29 million, which is a lot of money to spend on your goaltending. But next year for the expansion draft, they're probably going to protect Mrazek and leave Howard unprotected. So they're maybe hoping that he gets picked up, and that will solve that big cap hit because Howard makes $5.29 million for the next 3 years. So if they can't get rid of that contract, that's a lot of money just to spend on goalie. So if you like this video, hit like. If you didn't like it or you think I did a good job, you can comment about that, and hit subscribe if you really liked it. And have a good day.